this first. All right, my friends, so happy Tuesday. I'm super excited for this Zoom, just like I said, because there's so many new people on this team. And so we really want to make sure that we're, getting everyone started on the right foot, and that, we're getting those 4 or 5 customers, whichever one you're going after. But not only that we know, exactly how to coach our team and how to guide somebody, because the really, amazing thing is that as soon as we get a distributor underneath us, as soon as we help welcome somebody to this team, you are considered a leader for that person. You are considered a person to take them underneath your wing and to mentor them. And, obviously if you just got started, also you're still being mentored and, being helped and guided. But you are that person to kind of take, that other person under your wing and help them, show them success in this business as well. So I am super excited. We're going to have several different leaders hop on. So you're going to get to know other people. Those of you guys who don't know me, my name's Amanda Busher. I'm a presidential in this business, and I just, love our team so much. So I am just super excited to get to know each and every one of you guys. And we have all kinds of amazing things planned for our team over these next couple weeks. And this week we're going to start off, and each of us who are diamond and above, diamond is our leadership rank, and so we're going to start pouring into you guys with stories and telling you guys a little bit more about us. And we're going to start having other people who have hit those executive and ruby ranks and emerald ranks kind of go live and tell you guys their story and how they're doing it. That way that you guys can hear a wide range of all kinds of people and all kinds of leaders in this business. Because the cool thing is you guys, is we are all so different. We all come from different backgrounds, but we are all so hungry. And so it's really, really neat. So how this is going to work, you guys, is we're just going to go ahead and start diving in on how to just start working your business right away before your kits come. Some of you guys already have your kits. So we're going to dive into how to get customers, how to get over fears, how to get distributors, all that kind of stuff, okay? So if you guys have questions, I want you guys, there's a little chat button down below, and I want you guys to ask questions, okay? Because this is the time to ask, because I guarantee if you have a question, so many other people have that same question, and we probably had that question when we started. The other cool thing, you guys, I always like to bring up is that we all start right where you are at, okay? We all paid that initial fee to join this business. We get into this business not knowing anything, literally not knowing anything. Some people may have backgrounds in networking, but I would say 98% of the time people do not. We all come in this business, not knowing anything, but we all want to learn and we all want to make money, right? And so that's the cool part, is that we all have the same chance, the same opportunity to be successful and rise to the top, to be successful and make that $500 extra a month or more. We all start at the same area, starting, and we pay that kit, and then our first step is to get those 4 customers, okay? We all start there. So here's what I want to start, you guys. My biggest thing is, do not wait until you get your kit, okay? I know some of you just joined even, the last couple of days. So do not wait until you get that kit. You want to start right away. So the first thing is, you guys, is you want to get into your e-suite and you want to fill out your tax form. So there's 2 things that, that's what typically you just go right to your website. So the name that you, and if somebody, Rose or somebody wants to type in, the link to get to their website, that would be awesome. So it's just the name that you chose, .myitworks.com, and you log in and your tax form will pop right up, okay, you guys, if you have not done it. This you need to fill out so that you get a paycheck, okay? So fill that out, the very first thing. And then you can play in your e-suite. That is called your back office. And as your team starts to get going, you're going to be spending a lot of time in there, managing your business and, all kinds of stuff. So you definitely want to, get a little familiarized. There's two things in there that I absolutely loved when I got started. One is document library. And there you're going to find information about our products. You're going to find our compensation plan. So if you have any questions about how we get paid, different ranks, anything like that, it's right in there, okay? You're also going to find at the very top, there's going to be an area where there's training. So there's training videos. And what's really cool is our company has designed whenever you go to that next rank, you have a special training for that rank, which is really cool. So you get familiarized with the business. That's the thing, you guys, is I can't say enough, is that you just got started into an amazing opportunity, okay? And I like to compare it to kind of like school. You know, if somebody goes to school, they go to their first class, okay? So this is your first class. Like you go to your first class and you learn, but then you take what you learn and then you start to apply it. But here's the thing, you guys, is you can't think that, you know, I want you to know and have that mindset that, okay, this is a business. Yes, I can make money right away. Yes, I can get to that Ruby and start making $500 extra a month. But if I want this to be a very healthy and stable business, it's going to take time to grow, okay? Just like schooling. You go to a class once, you're not a master in that subject, right? You go, you learn, you apply what you learn, and you continue going to school until you're ready to graduate. Same with this business. You come to these trainings, you learn how to work this business, and then you apply what you're learning, and you're consistent every single day. Guess what's going to happen? You are going to grow a very successful business, okay? Takes learning and it takes consistency. Okay, so fill out that tax form. The next thing, and we're going to have Rose talk about posting in just a minute, but I'm going to go through just a few things to start to do before you get your kid, okay? So number one is I want you guys, and I hope that you guys have a pen and paper so you guys can take some notes, but I want you guys to make a list of 30 people, okay? These people are going to be people who you would tell the greatest news to, or that you would tell exciting news to, or people that you would, you know, tell that you are pregnant, something like that. I want you to make a list of 30 people. And if you can't come up with 30 people, then I want you to go to your Facebook page and start scrolling through your friends list and think of people who you can talk to or that you would feel comfortable messaging, okay? I want you to make a list of those 30 people. And then I want you to go, if you have not done this yet, you go to your upline or your sponsor, whoever, enrolled you, and say, hey, can you help me message these 30 people? You're going to send them a generic message. And typically the message I like to send, which I'll put it right in here, it's just a very generic message, but this is a message I typically send. And what I like to do is I like to have my people who, like if you're new, then you would come to me and you would send me the screenshots of people who respond so I can help you with that verbiage. So that's what I would like you to do with your sponsor, okay? Now, if your sponsor is new, then go to that next person who enrolled that sponsor so that they can help you, okay? Find whoever is your diamond upline, your double diamond upline, and get to know them and work with them. Introduce yourself and say, hey, you are my diamond upline. Like, I want to get to know you and work close with you. Okay, so before your kit comes, you guys, these are all things that you can start to do. You can post and reach out to people. Let people know you're excited. Let people know what you just started. Because I always say, you guys, if you aren't sharing and you're not telling, people will never know. But when you post, it's telling people that you're open for business. When you message them, it's asking, okay? And I always say, like, you will never get if you don't ask. And I always tell my kids that too. I'm like, you have to use your words. It's the same thing, right? I'm like, you have to use your words. If you want something, you have to ask. And same with this. You have to ask people to help you out. You have to tell people what you're doing in order if you want, any kind of outcome. Okay, so we are gonna also kind of go into, that's just a few things that I like to do to get started, you guys. Your first goal is to get your first 5 customers, okay? If you just started within the last couple days, you want to get your first customer in your first 72 hours so that you're eligible for your 150 shopping spree. If you've already had that, now you're working on your next 4 customers so you get that shopping spree, okay? You have 30 days from the day you signed up to get that. And that shopping spree, you guys, that can be so awesome. You can get products that you want. So that is your goal. So have your sponsor, have the person that helped you get started with this business guide you along with that, okay? This is what I tell every single one of my people who I enroll. I want to hear from you every single day, okay? Because that tells me that you are working and that you have questions. When you have questions, that tells me that you are wanting to make this business work. When somebody signs up and I don't hear from them, they don't have questions, then I know they're probably not working their business. They're probably not doing the steps and the tools that I'm giving them to do. So here's my advice to you. Talk to your sponsor every single day. And that's what we love. Like Rose, she will tell you, or Valerie, like Crystal, anybody, any of us, we love when we hear from you guys. It is not a bother. Like I'll have people, they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like bothering you again. I'm like, no, I'm like, talk to me all the time. And if I don't get back to you right away, like I certainly will. So, okay, so we are going to get into, and if you guys have questions, let's see. If anybody has questions about that, please like ask so we can kind of go back and forth. That way we can get your guys' questions. But okay, so we're going to get into what we call the core 4, okay? We like to keep this business super, super simple because the more simple we keep it, then the more successful we're going to be at this, okay? The minute you start to complicate things or the minute you start to reinvent the wheel, the minute like things just don't work out right. So we have this, we have exactly what works. So go do those exact things because you will have success with it. It is proven to work on this team over and over and over again. So we call them the core 4, okay, guys? So there's 4 things that we want to do every single day. They are the non-negotiable things that we do. There's actually 5 things, but that 5th thing is we're going to talk about in a little bit. It's just something that no matter what, it's not an income producing activity, but you want to do it. But the core 4 things that are what we call income producing activities that are going to get your customers, that are going to get your distributors, you want to do these things every single day. There should not be a day that you do not do these, okay? So, and it doesn't take long once you get your system and your rhythm down. That's a really cool part is that you can work this business, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, or you can work it just 1 straight hour, whatever works for your schedule. Okay, so Rose is going to start because the first core 4 that we want to do is posting. So Rose is going to talk to us about posting, why it's important, how to post, and some do's and don'ts and all of her amazing tips. And if you guys don't follow Rose, make sure you do follow because she has some amazing posts that are, pretty awesome and inspiring. So, okay, my friend, take it away.
Thank you. Okay, guys, my name is Rose. First off, let me just introduce myself because I know a lot of you are new. Like Amanda said, you guys all just started. So welcome. I'm so happy to have everyone. And I've been doing this now for 2.5 years, and it totally has changed my life. I would never have thought I would be sitting here today doing this. So congratulations for all of you guys taking that first step. You basically just overcome, like the hardest part was just signing up. So now it's all downhill from here. The first thing you got to do is exactly what Amanda said. You have to post. You have to let people know that you are open for business. You are ready to rock and roll with this. And I always like to do at least 3 to 4 posts a day to keep my algorithm flowing and to keep like Facebook putting my stuff out there. And I post as soon as I wake up in the morning. Usually my first post to start the day is going to be a life post. For me, I like to rotate between life, product, and what I love about this is you can post about anything. But one important thing when you do post, you want to make it genuine and you want to make it to where people know it's you being real about your life post, about the product post, or whatsoever. And I know a lot of you guys are new on here as well, so maybe you don't know like too much about the products or anything like that. So if you go on to our Facebook group page, we have so many pictures. We have so many links that talk about certain products and certain pictures that you guys can use until you get a feel for like your own products that you love and that you want to use and, you know, that you take daily. And that's another thing too. So I got a hair right here. You want to find products that you love, that you can talk about and that you can share with others, because that is going to share with, I can sell everybody. Your own testimonials are going to go a lot farther than you just talking about the product. So that's another thing, is why it's so important to get your first 4 customers, guys, so you can get that shopping spree, so you can dabble in with free money to get amazing products. Like for me, I love our hair, skin, and nails. They have grown my own eyelashes. I get stopped daily. People always ask me about like, oh my gosh, your eyelashes grow. I'm like, yes, 100%. Or like my hair is like super long. I haven't cut it in like 6 months. And I have like the ombre, what is it, biolage cut or whatever. So like you can see like the roots and like, well, not from this angle, but like my blonde and like my roots. So like I'll hold my hair up and like, oh my gosh, look how long my hair has grown. You know, I love my amazing vitamin that I've been taking, my beauty vitamin. So like little posts like that. So I'm keeping the curiosity there to where people are like, oh my gosh, what beauty vitamin does she take? I want that vitamin, because what girl doesn't want to have long, strong, beautiful, healthy hair, eyelashes? So when you come to post about products, just be genuine, be real, find the products that you love that you can share with everybody, because your own testimonials are going to go a lot farther in this business than you just, you know, posting a regular like picture that someone has seen on every other social media platform there is. And you just got to be different, and you got to outshine the person next to you, basically. And that's what I've learned about posting as far as like product posts. But when you make life posts, and these are so easy to do too. And a lot of people sometimes are like, I don't know how to make certain posts about my life with this new business. Guys, you started this amazing business to have extra money, to stay home, to get ahead, to pay bills. That's what you post about. You post about the excitement of starting something new, the excitement of doing something that's going to get you out of debt, that you can do at home from your cell phone, helping others. That's what you need to post about. When you get into this business, and I know a lot of you guys are new, but today was payday for us, a lot of us. And I posted about that, about how amazing I got paid a day early, and I paid off my credit card that, you know, I racked up last month or whatever. Or I got paid today, now I can save for our trip we're doing in October. So little things like that. And also like our unlimited weekly bonuses that you get when you help your team grow, and your organization grows bigger and bigger. We get paid out weekly $100 bonuses. I post about those too, like how exciting and how cool is it to be able to do all this from home, working on my cell phone, and get $100 every single week. Like there's so many amazing ways that you can post about this business. And that's what I love about it. You can just be you, be authentic, and be genuine, and people are going to come to you. And another thing is, when you post, I love, like, we all have great posts, and it's okay to copy and paste from people, but number one, make sure you are copy and paste from the right cat. Because there's so many people out there that, you know, they just post whatever, and sometimes it's not 100% real. And then also change it up to where it fits you, because how I talk is different than Amanda, and how she talks is different than Rachel. And people can see through that. They can see when it's not you. And not just that, Facebook is not going to put it out and put it out there for the world to see because of the algorithm. So just make sure, if you do copy like a post that Amanda does, change up a couple words here and there. Make it fit you. Make it your personality, so it pops in your friends. You're like, okay, that's her. It's not just copy and paste because I just saw that 10 minutes ago that this other girl posted. So just change it up to have it fit you. And that's what I love about this. And just be you, be genuine. try to post at least 4 to 5 times daily. That's what I try to do. I always start with like a motivational post in the morning. Say hi real quick. Hi. Sorry, guys. Try to do like a motivational post in the morning. And then like a product post or like a live post, and just switch back and forth. Another thing that I like to incorporate right now is our host a post, the free raffles for people to get their name entered in for the $150 product that we have going. And so like that one, I'll do maybe like once a week, you know, just to make sure that it keeps going. But I'll delete my old one and redo it. So like it doesn't just keep having the same algorithm going on Facebook, or like I'll change up a couple words on it. Or, you know, like today I posted it, you know, it's the middle of August. I still have this amazing freebie giveaway going on. Have you got your name entered in yet? You know, and so I'll post that a couple times in the month just to get things going. And that's a great one for host to post. So if you're trying to get your first 4 loyal customers, definitely do host to post, guys. That is a miracle. And not only do you gain so many customers from it, you also get new potential customers. You also build your network. So doing the host to post, you're killing a lot of birds with one stone. And I truly love that host to post. That is golden. Let's see here, what else? Just be you when you post, be authentic. Don't try to overdo it, overthink it. Just be you, and your posts will shine through everybody's else's. And another thing is timing. Don't get discouraged if a lot of people don't see your post, if they don't comment, because people are watching. Definitely, people are always watching. They may not comment on it, but they might reach out to you in a personal message. And another thing I like to do is, if I made a post like 2 hours ago, if a lot of people didn't see it, or if it didn't do anything, I might delete it, change it up, and repost it again with something different, like a different picture, different wording, because just maybe no one was on Facebook at that time when I did it. It's just so hard to say with the new algorithms and like what Facebook does these days. But I normally work my business from Facebook, so I don't know about Instagram and all that kind of such. But
yeah,
I kind of like hit everything.
Yeah. So I have a question, Rose. So like, I think what people struggle with, and I know I used to do this, and sometimes I still do. I'm like, okay, well, what do I post? Like where, like I posted my motivational thing in the morning. Like I'm kind of having like, so where, like, what do you do to, like, if you need a post like right then and there, but you're kind of struggling on like what to come up with, like, what do you do just to grab one? Or like, what are some tools that you utilize so that you can just have a post like that? Especially for like busy people who are like working still full time. And
so like I'll go to like upper leaders, like you have posted like Susan Wade, Erin Tweed, Sarah O'Connell, or Alyssa Ballew, Carrie, what's her last name?
Young.
Thank you, Carrie Young. Or so many other upline leaders. Like I'll look at their page to see what they post. I'll grab it from them, change it up to fit me. I'll check Pinterest. Because sometimes like with the pictures, if you click on the pictures, it'll give you wording about the post. Or like our team page has amazing, information on there too. So that, Pinterest, our team page, leaders, because everyone has so many amazing posts out there. Like, or even sometimes I'll just type in like fat fighters in like the search button for Facebook, and like 20 million things will pop up for fat fighters. I'll read a couple of them, and I'll pick and choose like certain wordings. Every like little post that was done, and like make it my own.
That's a great idea. I never even thought of that.
Oh, awesome. Ooh.
Yeah, cool. I love it. So yeah, you guys see, there's all kinds of ways to come up with those posting. My rule of thumb is to post 3 to 6 times a day. And not all it works. You don't want to just throw up it works on your page. And if you scroll on your page right now, and if it's it works product, it works product, it works product, it works product, you want to change that up. You want it to be maybe like, if you look on, like, I don't even know, let me just look at mine really quick and I'll kind of read to you how mine are for today. But you want to do it where you're posting about your life and you're trickling in it works, okay? So for instance, I'm just going to read you guys what my posts were today, okay? So I was talking about, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, real quick. So that's what I was saying, like about the hair, skin, and nails. Like,
Yeah.
Like take a picture, like holding your hair up. Like, I love my favorite beauty vitamin, you know, like you're talking about it works, but you're not throwing up about it works. Like in my post, I would not mention one time it works. I would just say, I'm in love with my favorite beauty vitamin. Look at my hair. And like, that is it. And like, that would get you so much farther than holding up just the bottle of hair, skin, and nails. Like, take this.
Mm-hmm. So. Absolutely, because it's going to create curiosity. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, what is Rose using? Like, I want to know what she's using. You know, I 100% agree. So you guys could even go on my Facebook. Like, I will say nothing about It Works. I never use It Works. I say my business or my side gig or my side hustle, something like that. Same with like the products. Like I say maybe my detox cleanse, but nothing is black, green, and bling all It Works. And so if you look at your page, and you guys can even, like, if you're my person enrolled, or you can, even if you're not, if you say, hey, Amanda, will you look at my Facebook page and kind of let me know what I can change about it? Let me know, let your sponsor know, and we can help you. Because I would have people do that all the time. I'd be like, Jackie, which some of you guys don't know who she is, but she used to be she's our presidential, she's another presidential, but I would be like, hey, Jackie, will you go up to my Facebook page really quick, or, you know, and just check it out, see what I need to change up. Because you guys, your Facebook page is your business portfolio. It is your business. So you want it to look attractive. You want it to be inspiring. You want it to, you know, bring value to other people. It is literally your blog. And, you know, if you are working your business through social media, you want to make sure that it is clean. It is, you know, bringing value to people every day. And if it is all about It Works, that's going to be the fastest way people are going to delete you. It's going to be the fastest way people are, you know, they're not going to add you as a friend on Facebook. So you want it, obviously you want to promote your business and you want to promote the products and what we do, but you want to do it in a way where it's not throwing up everything. You want to maybe, like, you know, maybe post about what Rose just said, the hair vitamin, and then the next post maybe it'd be something like really funny. And then the next post maybe talk about why you're doing this business. And then the next post can be about us on a team Zoom saying like, oh my gosh, I love getting the training that, you know, we get with this company. Stuff like that. Here's another tip, you guys, because posting is big. So this is kind of a, you know, a lot of information, but do not share other things like videos, recipes, like sharing, you know how like you see like a funny video and you're like, oh, I'm going to share that. Don't do that. Don't share like all kinds of stuff. Like if I go to your Facebook page, I should see nothing about like sharing stuff. Maybe once a week, if you like see a funny video or a funny like photo, something like that, you can do it. But I will see all the time people are like, man, I'm not getting interaction on my post. And I'll check out their Facebook page and it's all about like videos and pictures and advertising different companies, or, you know, share this and you'll get this, you know, get into this drawing, you know, stuff like that. Well, what's happening is it's messing up your algorithm. And when you do actually post about your business, it's getting lost in the mix because you're just sharing after sharing after sharing all this stuff. So don't share things on your Facebook page because it's just going to mess your business up. Okay, Rose, do you have anything else you want to say about posting?
No, that's pretty much it. And just be positive about everything. That's another thing, you know, just try to be upbeat. And even if you're having a bad day, don't show it on Facebook. Don't show it to people. You know, just try to hide that as much as you can and just keep it separate and just be good.
Yeah. Awesome, my friend. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Can I do this one?
Okay, you guys, that was number 1. That was core for number 1, okay? So the next one, number 2, is going to be growing your network and why it's important to grow your network. So Valerie LeClaire, she's a diamond in this business, going for double this year. Whether she wants to or not, I'm going to push her. Just joking, Valerie. But she is a diamond, and so she's going to talk to you guys about why it's important to grow your network and how we do it in some easy ways. And this is pretty easy, but okay, my friend, go ahead and take over.
Okay, hello everybody. So I'm obviously going to talk about growing your network. And something that Amanda and Rose have also touched on and is great for growing your network is host a post, which I think is kind of the most obvious one right now because we're so active on it. But just to touch on it, everyone who likes or comments, I add them before I send them a message. So it's kind of like two birds, one stone that way, and they're already interested. But like I said, I think that's probably the most obvious one. And then something that kind of was like an aha moment for me when I learned this one. So you go onto like local Facebook pages. So if you like go out to Starbucks or the movies, the mall, you go out to eat, whatever. I hop on their Facebook page, and if I find like a post that has a lot of engagement, I'm gonna find someone who is either liking on that or commenting on it, because if they're commenting on like an ad or like a business post, they're obviously on Facebook quite a bit, and if I have something in common with them on their page, I'll add them. And also when you join groups are great for adding, but make sure that you post value when you're in the groups. You're not just going in there finding a contact, that you're actually engaging with people and in the group, because if you post some value, then you'll pique some interest from some people in the group, and then they'll go and creep on your page and potentially add you, and that's a win-win right there. And then I also noticed today we were talking about how some people were nervous about growing their network, and they were afraid about adding strangers and things like that, which I can understand how everyone felt like that. I had that worry when I first started. But to kind of prevent that or find a solution for that, also go and screen those profiles before you add them. Like, don't focus on getting so many contacts. Start building relationships with people. Go through and screen their profiles. Make sure that you actually have something in common with them, something that you can have a basis of a relationship on, rather than just seeing them as like a potential number, because our business is a numbers game. But also focus on trying to build relationships with them. And kind of what goes into my next one is like about not cold messaging. So if I find someone that I have something in common with them, I'm going to send them a greeting message right away, which also is going to include, like, say I have a pit bull. So if they have a really cute pit bull, I'll add that in the message. And then that's like a basis to start growing that relationship with. And then you're also a little more comfortable that you're not adding a complete stranger, and your life's not in danger or anything like that. And then referrals is kind of my last one. Like, it's kind of scary to ask for a referral, but you'd be surprised. Honestly, I actually get quite a few customers off of referrals. People either send them to me, or if they're not interested in the product, I'm like, hey, if you ever can think of anyone that may benefit off of this, or if someone's, looking to grow their hair out, because girls always want longer hair, but I'd be like, hey, just let them know that I'm having this sale on this product. You can get it $22 off this month, So those are just some of my simple little tricks. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I talk fast when I get nervous.
I do too. No, you did awesome. I'm actually going to have you brush upon number 3 too, because you're just so amazing. But I didn't even ask you to do this, but I'm just going to throw you in if that's okay.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to add to Valerie's is that I do all those things too. But another thing that you can do is, the cool thing is, you guys, is we are open globally. And so you can literally build your business in all of our states. You can build it all over the world. Like, you can literally build it anywhere. So you could say, okay, I want to start building a network in Texas. So you could get involved in what I've done is I've gotten, and actually that's how I've gotten, some of my, I think even Megan's on here, or some people are on here. But anyways, I was involved in a Texas group, and I would start adding them to my network. And so then all of a sudden, now I have all these people who are now, from Texas in my network, and I start growing a team there. And you can just search groups, and search a group in, Washington. And I'm a part of a lot of dental hygiene groups. And so I'll search a group like dental hygienist in California. So then I can start growing a team in that area. So you can search all areas, but, what Valerie was saying is, this is a numbers game. So if I find someone that I have something in common with them, I'm going to send them a greeting message right away, which also is going to include, say I have a pit bull. So if they have a really cute pit bull, I'll add that in the message. And then that's like a basis to start growing that relationship with. And then So, and I'm going to have her touch on the core for number 3 in just a minute, but this is a numbers game. So the bigger your network is, the more people you have to work with. And so if you have, you know, on your Facebook page, if you look right now and you have less than 2,000 friends on your Facebook, you want to add a lot of people every day. You want to send friend requests every single day. And so what I did was I would literally, and it does not take very long, you guys, you literally just have to, you know, add them, find a group and start adding them to your Facebook. But what I did, I would make a rule of thumb. Okay, I'm going to send out 100 people a friend request today. And that would probably get you about 20 new friends every day. And just think, if you got 20 new friends every day, how fast your network would grow. So that's one, you know, thing I want you to do tonight is look to see how many people you have on your Facebook page. And if it is less than 2,000 friends, I want you to start adding like tons of friends every day. Okay, it's going to help you a lot. Okay, Valerie, do you mind touching base? And you kind of already did a little bit, so that's why I'm going to ask you. But do you mind touching base about number 3, which is building relationships with people?
Yeah.
Why it's important and how you do it.
Yeah. So I think this is kind of, everybody knows about it, but it's super important to build relationships with people because it works, and not even just it works, but direct sales company are getting such a bad rep because people cold message, and it's just off-putting when that happens. And actually that happens to me a lot. New team members, like it works members on totally different teams will add me and like offer me products and not even look at my page and realize I'm a distributor. So like I said, so my greeting message that I send people is super simple. So I'll add them, and it's literally, this is word for word like what it says. It's like, hi, name, I can't wait to connect with you. Thank you so much for my ad. And then I'll throw in like the commonality that we have, whatever compliment or whatever it is that we have in common. And then, you know, I generally won't bring up the business like within like the first few messages, like the first day or so. And then after I talk with them for a little bit, I kind of bring up just like the raffle first. I don't even like bring up like products or business, because then it's kind of like, hey, do you want a prize for being my friend kind of thing? So then that kind of works for me. And like tips on building relationships. I mean, that's like my main one that I focus on. And then I just kind of build off of there. That's kind of like my one core thing that I do.
Yeah.
That's besides like engaging on posts, I guess. Yeah, is a good one to like make sure you comment so it's seen, and you know, your algorithm is a lot more.
Yeah, that's what I like to do too. So I will do kind of what Valerie says. And then the other thing I like to do is just kind of like, I never just scroll through my Facebook because I think like, okay, every time I scroll past a person I do not comment or like, I'm wasting money. So I will always make sure that I am, you know, when I say scrolling through Facebook, I'm literally commenting or liking on those people's posts. The other thing I like to do is my potentials list. Like I will go and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to interact with 10 of my potentials. I'll just like search their name, and then I'll comment and like on a few of their posts in the morning. So I might do like 10 at a time because I want my potentials to see my posts come up. And so that's why, like Valerie was saying, like it's really important that we build those relationships with people, because we want them to think when they want to lose weight, we want them to think, okay, Valerie. When they want to make money, we want them to think, okay, you know, we want them to think of us. We don't want them to think of the other distributor who's posting consistently, because that's what's going to happen, you guys. People are going to go to the person who is most consistent in their business. They are going to go to the person who is, you know, who they take their business seriously. When you take your business seriously, other people will too. And so people are going to they're going to think of those people if they are consistent rather than you. So you want to be the one consistent. You want to be the one, you know, commenting and liking on their photos. You want to be the one following up, because the minute you aren't consistent and you drop the ball, there's going to be somebody else to swoop in and get that person. So you want to be the face of, you know, of your business. Okay, my friend, that was so awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, you guys, number 4, you guys, is going to be messaging people. And we kind of already talked about, you guys see how like all 4 of these kind of interlock with each other? So number 4 is messaging people. So you cannot build your business with only, not doing all 4 of these. All 4 of these have to be done in order to, to build this business. So messaging people is asking people and here's my thing is I will, here's a few things that I do. I message people through host to post because that's getting new potentials on my list every single day. And then I will message my follow-ups. And then I message people who comment or like on my photos, okay? The other thing I like to do is, we didn't talk about stories, but that goes into posting, is anytime somebody views my story, I will message them. Okay, it's such an easy way to just go through and start messaging people. Hey, thank you so much for liking on my post today. Are you interested in the hair vitamin that I just posted about? Hey, thank you so much for viewing my story. Are you interested in making some extra money? Something just super simple, okay? But messaging, you guys, without messaging, it's not asking people. It is going to be very hard to get loyal customers and distributors if you are not messaging people every single day and messaging new people, okay? And so, like I said, the when to message and, people to message, there should never be a point in your business where you're like, man, who do I message today? There should always be like, man, I have so many people to message, like I can't keep up with it. That's where it should be. Okay. So who to message? So every single day, you guys, I will send out messages to get host to post out. Okay. There is not a day that goes by that I don't send at least 30 messages to get host to post out, okay? So that's one, is messaging for host to post. If you're confused about what a host to post is, I want you to go to your sponsor and ask them, okay? But we talk about it on all the time. So this is something that you definitely want to learn if you're confused about it. The other people I message are my potentials, okay? The people on my list who are my potentials, I'm going to message them, okay? The other people are going to be like my follow-up. So people who said, hey, Amanda, I'm interested this day. I'm going to follow up with them. And I want to be the one to message them first. I don't wait for them to message me, okay? So, for instance, if I have somebody who is new or who I just, is interested in the cleanse and I didn't hear from them, I'll send them a message the next day and say, hey, is this something you're interested in? I want to be the one to reach out to them. I don't wait for them to come to me, because chances are they're going to forget and then they don't. Messaging people from your comments and likes, and then your stories, like I said. So messaging, like I said, you guys, it's asking people. And if we are not messaging, then it's hard to get people. And there's a difference between messaging people, and bringing value, and then also being spammy. So like Valerie was saying, you don't want to just message, you don't want to add somebody to your Facebook and then message them right away about it works, okay? You want to grow that relationship with them. You want to build that relationship. And so maybe if they comment on your photo, then you have all reins to then go and message them, as soon as possible. But that's kind of how I message. And those 4 things, you guys, like I said, when you get a system down, if you do those 4 things, it's going to be like, it's a no-brainer. Like when I sit down to work my business, I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? It's time to add people. It's time to post. It's time to message. It's time to build relationships. It's those 4 things, okay? Does anybody have any questions about that? Or does anybody else want to like chime in and have any thoughts or ideas on that? And if so, just let me know. But somebody said, let me see these questions. What if you message someone and they say, yes, they are interested in our product, but once you tell them a price, they don't message back? So again, if they're interested and they saw, okay, I told them the price and they saw it, I will simply say, hey girl, is this something you're wanting to do? Simple, okay? I will either do it that evening, or I'll even do it maybe a couple hours later. If I see that they viewed that message, I message them back and I say, hey girl, is this something you're wanting to do? Super simple. I don't let it go like without messaging them after I saw that message, after I saw that they seen it, okay? So, okay, if anybody else has any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to keep going because we have about 12 more minutes. Okay, so we talked about that. So now we're going to talk about the fifth thing that we do, that it's not an income producing activity, but it's something that we should do every day. And it's called like self-development or personal growth. And so we're going to have, is Crystal on here? Oh yeah, Crystal, my friend, are you ready to share some goods?
Yes, hi.
Okay. So Crystal is going to just tell you guys who she is really quick. She's going to talk to us about getting over your fears and also going for no. Because I know when we first get into this business, it can be scary. Like, this is all new. The cool thing is, you guys, is every single one of us has been there. We have all been fearful and we still have fears. So Crystal is going to kind of talk to us about how to get over those fears and going for those no's. Okay, my friend.
Hi guys. Well, my name is Crystal and I wanted to touch on overcoming your fear, which is something that we all face. And I certainly did when I first started, and even now. And I'm sure Amanda can confirm this. When I started, I was so scared of posting, messaging people. I had a very small network of like 80 people. And I was just so afraid of what people are going to think of my post, or even me messaging them, asking them about a product. And the thing that definitely needed to change was my mindset. That's the first thing. And the way to change that was for me to see what had more value. Was I going to be more afraid of what people thought, or was I going to be more afraid of losing this whole new opportunity that just came up to me, and just because I was scared? So once I realized that obviously I wanted these new goals and I wanted to have the success that so many other people had, I had to figure out a way to kind of just overcome that fear. And the main thing is self-development. The first thing that I did, I started towards the end of last year. So it was kind of like the beginning of a new year. So I decided I wanted to do a dream board. So my husband and I did a dream board, and we kind of just put goals on it. We both have our separate one, and we posted it on our bathroom mirror. So every morning when I'm brushing my teeth, I'm looking at this board, and it has all of my goals on it. And I can see my husband's and has his goals on it. So I'm always constantly reminded of, my why and what drives me. And then at night, of course, I'm brushing my teeth and doing the same thing, remembering the day and why I did, why I message people, why I've overcome that fear, and why I message and post and do, those core 4 things every single day. And then of course, after doing like a dream board, other things that you could do is watch YouTube videos, which is something I do a lot. There's so many leaders who have their own YouTube videos and they do trainings. And so when I worked full time, I would just listen to that all day while I was working and learn new things and just hear what different leaders had to say, because everyone has something that works for them, even with overcoming fears. So I would listen to everything. And as well as like motivational videos like Tony Robbins. And then another big thing that a lot of people do is, of course, read books. And the first book that I had read was You Are a Badass, and that was amazing. And I actually haven't read this next one that I'm going to say, but it's definitely good. And I know that a lot of people start off with it, which is Go for No. And basically the process of it is that you want to go for no. When we start, we message people and we're hoping that they say yes. We message them and we keep getting no, and it gets discouraging. And it makes our business fail because we get discouraged. But it's so much easier when you message and you have in mind that you're just looking for an answer, yes or no. And it's less stressful. Of course, we want them all to say yes. And yes is, I think the quote is, yes is the destination, but no is how you get there. And so the more people you message, the more no's you get. That's closer, the closer you get to getting a yes. And that's kind of just how our business grows, is by finding those people that say no and finding those people that say yes. We just have to be certain of our why and want to grow along with that. And so I think that's pretty much what I did, or, self-development that I do. I don't know, Amanda, if you have any other books in mind.
I think that those two actually are really good ones to start off with, what Crystal said. The Go for No, that was the first one I read that completely changed my mindset. So if you haven't read that, I would. It's a very quick read. And then also You're a Badass. That one's a really good one too. So I think both of them are awesome to get. And like Crystal said, like, it's like we can be so fearful in this business, so we can either let that fear get in the way of our success, or we can take that fear and let it drive us. We have two choices, and the choice is literally up to us. So a lot of times what happens is fear gets in the way, and that is why people do quit so easily. That's why people do quit so soon, is as soon as they, hit that bump in the road, as soon as they, don't get that customer right away, or as soon as they, come to a struggle, they just quit and say, well, it's not worth it. Well, you have to make that decision. Like, do you want more for, why did you join this business? Do you want more, or do you want to just give up? So the stuff that Crystal will, which we should do another video on self-development and how to kind of do this stuff, but just, we want to make this quick. So, just getting those, books and kind of, figuring out, making a dream board for yourself, like Crystal said. And Crystal, you guys, I will say, like, she was probably one of my distributors who literally shocked me. Because when she joined, we all obviously have high hopes for any of us who join. But as soon as Crystal said, I don't want to post, I don't want my family to see, I don't want my friends to see, and she didn't do it. She didn't post. She didn't see that. I was like, oh man, like she's going to have a hard time working her business and getting, through this. And then as soon as she was like, okay, like it was probably like a month later, huh, Crystal? Yeah, she was like, Amanda, she's like, I'm going to do whatever you say. Like, I'm going to start posting. Like, I'm going to start getting out there and talking to everybody. And I will say, you guys, as soon as she did that, she was like a firecracker, just like not like unstoppable. And she's a diamond leader, you guys. She's going double. She's like, you guys, like, that is how it is. Like, she just told her fears that she's not going to like let them like determine her success. And she just took off. And I will say, like, she surprised me because I didn't see much action from, because I saw fear. I saw that fear was taking over her. And so as soon as she realized, like, okay, I can do this, she's doing it, you guys. Just think, you just started making now $2,000 extra a month, because you're letting your fears like not get the best of you. So anyways, Crystal, I just love you so much. You are just such a fresh breath of air. Okay, so thank you so much. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I think that was it.
Okay, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. You're so awesome. Okay, you guys, really quick. Courtney, my favorite person, blonde-haired person. I have lots of favorite blonde hairs, but I just love Courtney. We went to high school together. She's one of my best friends, and she is a double diamond in this business, and she is going to talk about organization really quick, because I think that there's a couple things that just kind of help us get going when we're a little bit organized in this business. And it's hard because we're throwing something new into our lives. So Courtney's going to kind of give us some tips on how we can get organized when we first start.
Hey guys, oh my gosh, I've loved this. I've loved hearing from everyone. And I just have to mention, guys, the fact that you guys are on here and took this leap of faith, guys, you want change in your life, and change is hard sometimes. It's hard to be motivated. It doesn't come natural. One of my books, I love how Crystal mentioned some of her stuff. I love the 5-second rule. And it basically says, like, our brains have like 5 seconds to like change its mind. Like, if you are tired in the morning, you have 5 seconds to tell yourself, I'm getting up. If you don't want to message people, you have like 5 seconds to be like, no, I'm going to do this for my kids. And anyone can do this. That's what I love. Like, look at all of us on here. We're all different. We all have different family dynamics. I joined this business as a single mom, just going through a divorce, and I was pretty broken. So talk about like trying to get myself motivated and trying to get myself in the game. It was about my kids. It was about wanting a better life for them, wanting to be the mom I could be for them, and not working 50, 60 hours a week as a teacher. And I will tell you, if you give this business one solid year, guys, it will change your absolute life. Give it a year. Push through, give it a year. Look to us, your layered leadership, for help. We're going to talk about organization. Sometimes it's a little bit confusing when you're charting, when you're writing stuff down. So definitely reach out to us. That's what we're here for. It's what makes our business so amazing, because you have so many people that can help you. And it's what I love. I love the sisterhood. Some of the people that I work with are some of my best friends and my sisters. So it's just so awesome. So I am not naturally organized. This is something I've struggled with. And just recently, like probably in the last year and a half, I've really gotten better at it, because I was telling Amanda, like, I don't know who my potentials are. Like, they're in my messaging, and she's like, girl, you have to write them down or you're going to lose them. And I have squirrel brain. So this is kind of what I kind of have lots of different things. This is like a 50-cent composition notebook. And I don't know if you guys can see, these are just my potentials from this week. And so I will write down their names from post to post, or if I'm doing a post, and then I will highlight them once they've ordered. So for instance, I think I had like 32 potentials, and I've had 4 people order, if that gives you an idea. So if you're only reaching out to 10 people, maybe 1 person will order. So it's definitely a numbers game. But what was happening to me is I would send all these messages and someone would say they're interested, and then I lose them in all the other messages I'm sending. So 2 weeks later, I haven't responded and they were interested in ordering. So it's so good to be organized. I also love, I have this law of attraction planner, yearly planner, and it's amazing. You can order it online, but it has daily affirmations in it. It has awareness and self-discovery. It asks all these questions. It has your goals for the week. It has a calendar in it. This isn't the calendar. This is like midway through the book, but it's just like daily calendar. So get something that works for you, that you can take where you're going. You obviously, if you don't have a plan, you're not going to reach your destination. So you need to print your charts. You want to print your executive chart. You want to print your Ruby chart, and have your upline or one of us help you get charted, so you know exactly what you need. If you know you want that $1,000 Ruby bonus, you're going to write in names of people that you think would be rock stars on your team. Whether you've signed a DT or not, put it out there into the universe. Write that down on your chart, and I will guarantee those people will start following you. If you're consistent, I'll guarantee people will start coming to you. And then know how much volume you need. Because if you don't know, guys, you're just going to be scrambling. So you have to be organized, or you're never going to meet your destination. Other organization that I do is when people give like host-to-post scripts or message scripts, I save them underneath my notes. I have an iPhone, but I know that the Android does the same thing. So I have one that says like host-to-post. I have one that says cleanse, one that says greens, just for posts that I might do on my wall. I have one that says potential DTs, that has all the scripts that I might send them. I have one that says potential LCs, and then all the scripts underneath there. And that took me several months. It's so great you guys are joining, because we've kind of been the learning curve of like what works. And this is what has propelled our team to be like the top 3 enrolling team in the business. So what we're doing is working. What Amanda is teaching you and what we learn from Amanda is working. It's very duplicatable. And if you just follow it and stay consistent, you'll be super successful. And that's why I'm saying, give yourself a year in this business. Give yourself time to grow. Give yourself time to learn. Like Amanda said, if you are in college, you're not going to drop out the first week in school. You're going to keep learning. You're going to ask your professors. You're going to tune into, I don't know, study groups and Zooms that class might be doing. So the same thing with this. No one comes in here naturally knowing everything. No one is an expert. Still 3, 4, 5 years into the company, sometimes we still ask people, and we ask our uplines, hey, what would be best for this? So that's what's amazing. We kind of have to humble ourselves a little and know, like, you know, I'm kind of a control freak. So to say like, oh, I might have not like known how to do that right, was kind of hard for me at first. But I love that I was able to go to Amanda and she's like, this is what's working for me, Court. And to see her go presidential and her go triple diamond was so amazing, guys. You should have seen her list of potentials. Hundreds and hundreds, pages and pages of potentials, pages of affirmations, pages of notes on each of our team members. I know you guys are just new, but you know, I write down stuff about my team members, declines that they might have on their team, perk points that some of their people might have. So just knowing your organization and knowing, you know, what's going on, you know, with your loyal customers and what they're ordering, so you can help them use their perk points later. It's just so good to be organized and keep notes. So, and if you start doing that, you're already ahead of the game, because this took some of us, especially me, months and months and months to learn. I was kind of like a fish swimming in water. So I think that's all. Amanda, do you have anything to add?
No, I think that was perfect. I think you touched base upon everything. And if you guys follow these people, because they know, like they know what they're doing. They are doing it every single day. Courtney has amazing posts herself, amazing ideas. Like, I'll even go to Courtney and be like, Courtney, can you, like, I need this answered, or what do you do for this? Like, we all work together, which is so amazing, you guys. Our team is just incredible. We have something so special on our hands, and it's so amazing. Like that, like I keep saying, like, we all started at day one, like not knowing what we're doing, but just think to yourself, like, man, like I just started, but I can go diamond. I can go double diamond. Like, I can be successful too. And if you're just in here wanting to make $500 extra a month, that's totally fine too. Like, but just know that you can do it. But just like what Courtney said, you have to give this business a chance. You have to give yourself a chance. What happens so often, Courtney and I were just talking about this, is that the reason, like, why there is, why people fail so easily in this business and so fast in this business is not because this business doesn't work. It's because they gave up too soon. They gave up because they weren't consistent. They weren't coming to these Zooms. They weren't learning the business. They weren't applying the business, and they just gave up. And I have seen people, like, literally give up, and the next, like, and they, got started the same amount as, like, other people. And now, like, those, like, there's people that started the same time that Courtney did, but they gave up too soon when they could be where Courtney is as a double diamond right now.
Guys, I doubled my teaching salary, like doubled it. My paycheck last month, just in bonuses, went up $2,000, just in bonuses, guys. Being a teacher, I brought home like $2,400 a month. Like, so just to tell you, like, just stay with it. It will bless your life. I promise you, it works. But you have to be teachable. You have to have a plan. You have to have a vision. And if you're not writing stuff down, if you're not writing down affirmations, if you're not writing down, your potential distributors or customers or goals that you have, you're going to kind of be all over the place. So you just have to tune in, do your self-development, because that's going to help you grow on those days that, like, you don't want to get out of bed or life is really hard, because, guys, we're all going through stuff. Like, I could talk for 2 hours of some of the stuff that's going on in my life, but I choose to be positive because I want my girls to be able to get through struggle. I want them to see that their mom did not give up, that their mom fought for everything for them, and it makes me emotional because I know you guys can do this too. And I know, like, some of you might be going through struggles that none of us are even aware of, but you can do this and you can be successful. And we promise we're going to help you every step of the way, because we love you and you guys are like our sisterhood and brotherhood, and we're all going to do this together. You just got to believe, and you got to stay focused, and you got to be able to grow. You got to want to grow, and it will bless your life. I promise you. So we are so excited. We can't even wait to see you guys make these bonuses this month. We are just so thrilled. We talk about it all the time. We pray about you guys. We just love you guys. I can't say anymore.
I agree. Courtney, you're so awesome. Courtney, what was that planner called? Law of Attraction?
Oh, yeah, it's from The Secret. So those of you that love The Secret, it's amazing. It's so amazing. It's like $30, but it's so worth it.
How much is it?
Yeah, I have not told you about this. I've had it for a while. Yeah, it's called the Law of Attraction Planner, and it's incredible.
Okay, you get it like at Amazon?
Yeah, you can get it from Amazon, or you can get it from lawofattraction.com, and they have other stuff too that's, like, super awesome.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, my friends. If you guys have any questions, just please, I'm going to unmute us. But if you guys